My name is Alicia and I play lead guitar. He's not a greatest shredder in the world, but Dimebag Darrell from Pantera, he just has that warm soul and then that groove. Choose to play metal because it's not weak, it's very aggressive and it's very exponential. You can have a lot of original music without necessarily sacrificing technique. Shoves, who is actually my cousin, he was pretty much my god at the time and he started playing bass. So I said, alright, I'll play bass too. And I actually started on bass instead of lead guitar, but I kept playing Flea stuff from Chili Peppers and Mark King stuff, like really into funk and slap popping the bass. Then at some point, you kind of just get more adrenaline and want to shred a little more. So I grabbed the guitar. I was driving back shows and I told him, hey, what about Lethal Vaccine? And he went, I like it. So we went with Lethal Vaccine. Then I read a short story by Morley Callahan called The Machine Stops. It basically depicts human decline and how technology is eventually going to lead us to our fall. And that's exactly what history shows us. In World War II, we tried to boost economy with, new technology, with modern warfare. And we try to cure ourselves with the vaccine, but each and every time there's a crisis, we make sure it's a lethal vaccine, so it's not sustainable. We kill ourselves by trying to cure ourselves. That's what I think lethal vaccine means, but you can take any message out of it. It's up to the person who's reading it. And I play bass. Is probably John Mayung from the band Dream Theater. He influenced me. Well, he's the most melodic bassist. His style of playing is the one I love the most. He played a cover of Miserlou live on our first gig, but we don't actually do covers. My favorite would be Open Fire. And it's basically because it's the heaviest song we have and it's strangely melodic and I love playing that song. Well, we have a drummer, he's just in Egypt. He had to leave for studies, but if he comes back and if he's still available, he'll probably come back here in our band, and if we don't have a drummer also. If you don't find a drummer by then.
Are you looking for a drummer anyways in the meantime?
Yeah, we are actually looking for drummers, so if anyone's a drummer.
My name is Jason Denovich and I play keyboard for the band Lethal Vaccine. My biggest inspiration would be Kevin Moore from Dream Theater. He was the first keyboardist before Jordan Reyes took over, and in my opinion the better one. In fact, the song that he wrote, Space Divest, was what really turned me on to the band Dream Theater and progressive metal in general. To me, metal is not to say music, it is a way of life. It is in essence, it is in everyone, but most importantly, it is a tool for which us musicians express our feelings. Choice is probably not the right word. In a manner of speaking, they chained me up and dragged me to the shack in which we are doing this interview and forced me to play. It was fun, I enjoyed the experience, but I would not go through it again. Is that really important to interview? Because I would prefer not discuss it.
Did you enjoy it?
No, it was it was not good. Lethal Vaccine would be a mix of progressive and thrash. It's a good mix, I think. Not many people would think it goes together because one is melodic, the other is heavy, but it's beautiful together. In the near future, I think nowhere interesting because we don't have a drummer. In fact, I am convinced he doesn't exist. Absur, our band leader, says that he came to practice once and then he left to study in Egypt for a year, but I never saw him. I don't know he exists.
I'm Jamie Mativier, and I play rhythm guitar for the band, so I live in the lead guitarist's shadow. No one really ever cares. My biggest inspiration would probably be Trivium, actually. Matt Hafey, the lead vocalist from that band, really being from the same generation as me, and really just sort of being an open-minded guy and a musician that was never afraid to experiment and just like say, you know, fuck whatever fans want, I'll just do what I want to do. And that really inspired like my musical attitude. When I write metal, I don't listen to metal. It's actually a rule for me. I feel if I listen to metal when I write metal, I'll just end up writing what's already been written. So usually I listen to like a lot of indie pops or like the Shins or MGMT, and then I'll even listen to like well, actually I listen to quite a bit of jazz and classical music, movie soundtracks, movie scores, and then I'll just like work with that. The only metal band I've ever listened to while trying to write metal was Dream Theater, because they're so all over the place. You know, that they have like folk songs, and I'll just listen to that. And then I really try to bring in like things that haven't been done in metal, just try to bring them into metal to make some sort of feng shui of music, and hopefully it sounds good. We kicked our drummer out, we kicked our former drummer out when he was our present drummer last summer, and so basically every show got, you know, cancelled, and right now our other drummer is in Egypt, and so we're just working on getting a drummer, and then yeah, we'll probably, you know, line up the shows, hopefully.
It's all me! It's all me! I make this!
The Russian making the polka, which is actually German.
I don't care. When I come back from old country, I not take into account things from my heritage. I Russian, German, Bulgarian, whatever. I don't even care anymore.
He's actually from Austria-Hungary.
In all honesty, I don't even know where I was born, but it's okay, because I brought vodka back from everywhere.
His mom's an actual polar bear.
Yeah, it's true. I'm born from polar bear. You don't expect it, but it's true.
He has his mother's eyes.